Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aulia and in this video I will tell you and explain a little bit about my book reports. And the title of the book is Love for Imperfect Things: How to Accept Yourself in a World Striving for Perfection. So this book is from Haemin Sunim. He is in Korean, and this book is non-fiction books, and there are 215 pages. Okay, so the first I would tell you about the difficulty from this book. According to me, this book is packaged in a light and easy to understand way. So maybe for the book, I will give it 8 out of 10 for the difficulty. And then this is the type of self-help book and personal development. So, and next, I will tell you why I choose this book. Actually, this is the first English book that I read. At first, I chose to read this book because I was interested in the title and the cover of the book because it's really beautiful with the blue and with the ornament and the birds, kind of like that. So yeah, I also think that this is a very light book to read, especially for people who are reading English books for the first time. Before I read this book, before I read the English version of this book, I already had the Indonesian version of the book. But I felt I want to read the English version too, so I finally read the book through an ebook application. So yeah, and I will tell you about the content of this book. So this book is about self-help and personal development. And in this book, beautifully illustrated a guide by Buddhist Hemin Sunim writes on examples from his own life to introduce to us to the art of self-care and personal development. When we treat ourselves with empathy and forgiveness, we learn to treat the others the same way, express ourselves more clearly, and have the courage to pursue what really makes us happy so we can feel complete in ourselves. And this book offering us, the readers, comfort, encouragement, and wisdom so that you can learn to love yourself, your life, and everyone in it. And this book also for some people that only ever worried about what other people thought properly about caring or loving themselves. So my general opinion about this book is, according to me, this book is really helpful for us to develop ourselves, especially when we feel not comfortable and not really care about ourselves. This book teaches us to be more caring, loving, and believing in ourselves. So teach us that what we're feeling is not something that should just be ignored as something very significant. The feeling inside ourselves will not easily disappear just because we decided to ignore them and just care about what the other people say about us. Besides that, this book also explains that there are a lot of problems that will arise when we get used to keeping things hidden. Many psychological problems come about when repression becomes a habit and the energy of those suppressed emotions is unable to find a healthy outlet. So the most discussed also in this book are, before going along with what other wish you to do, please listen voice inside ourselves first, telling what we truly want, even when we feel like ourselves buffeted by constant demands, but don't try to push through with it, exhausting ourselves to the point that we can cope, even when we consider it good to be good to others. But don't forget that we have a responsibility to be good to ourselves first. So what I like the most from this book is about how this book provides ways to take better of ourselves. love ourselves and listen to what we really want. From this book, I can learn to express what I feel without agonizing over it. The way this book delivers is also very clear and very easy to read. Besides that, in this book, there are colorful illustrations that make it even more fun to read. And after finishing each chapter, there are always quotes that are in accordance with the life that is currently being experienced. And I think these quotes are very useful for us that usually still think about what other people said. So, uh, and the last is my favorite quotation from this book is, "Do not despair over what is imperfect in yourself. Instead, look at your flaws with love. Compare yourself not with others, but with the old you. Like yourself for making an honest effort and continue to have faith in yourself." I love this quote because when I read it, I feel like some parts of me seem to have managed to observe what those words mean. So yeah, this is a great book and must-read book. So I would recommend this book to my friends to read. As I have said before, this book is perfect for those of us who are grown up, who sometimes still feel insecure, feel inadequate, don't understand themselves, and are too imposing their will on themselves. So that's all for me about my book reports. So thank you so much for the time. I'm sorry for my mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.